Alright guys, um, the video is now live on YouTube. I just want to know if anyone can hear me, if the audio is fine. Okay, Sulik, you can hear me just fine. Okay, we're going to begin in approximately 6 minutes. Now, for those of you who want to use the chat room, you guys can use the chat room on urbanforex.com. So if there's any questions or anything, I can take a look at it there. Okay, Brian and Dave, you can hear me just fine too. Okay, great, great. Let me clean this up here. Oh, great, great. It's good to see new people actually, and especially if it's your first one, you'll like it actually. Because today I'm gonna share some secrets today, some techniques I share with some of my premium members at forexwatchers.com. So nice idea, by the way, that we won't need to complete the limited space in the room and the dope tech you used before. Yes, this is definitely much better because it's obviously I can see all your questions. It's going to be live, and we have a broader range of people who can join. Plus, it's recorded as we speak. So the moment the webinar is ended, it should be available to watch almost immediately. So I think this way is better for everyone. Can we begin in a few minutes? For those of you who are just logging into the screen, if you guys want to use the chat room, you guys can head on to urbanforex.com and use the chat option there. In fact, let me... Justin TV. Okay, how is that? I've never used that before. I'm not sure what it is, but I mean, just my friend told me about Google, and I was like, okay, fine, let's go ahead and use this. Sounds like a good opportunity. Hello, Sunshine. How are you? Kang, you can hear me just fine. Okay, good, good. All right, I'm gonna begin in a few minutes. Those of you who are just logging in, if you guys want to chat also with me, you guys can log on to urbanforex.com, and you guys can use the chat features over there. One more minute to go and we will begin. Hello Marvin. Hi Hendrik. So you guys can either use this chat or you guys can use the comment section on this link that I'm giving you guys. There is the entire comment section there. And if you guys can, once the video is finished, you guys can leave your feedbacks on that link on how you liked it, or you know, how you if you wanted to see something different, or any feedback, that'd be fine. Mike, once recorded, Naveen, will it be available on your site or YouTube? Yes, it will be available on both, and practically almost immediately once this session is over. Okay. Now, it's 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time, and it is 8 p.m. my time here in Hong Kong and Shenzhen. Where is everyone from? I see there's, what, 50 members on the Urban Forex site, and probably a lot more on the YouTube end. And those of you who are on the chat room here at urbanforex.com, where is everyone from? Malaysia, Hyderabad, Poland, KL, California, Melbourne, South Africa. Nice, nice. Okay, Slovenia, UK. Okay, so we got quite a different type of people are in this room today here from all around the world, and thank you for attending. I know it's holiday season and it's tough to attend. Some of you guys are already drunk in the room, and some of you guys are probably with family, but you guys are taking time out. So, welcome once again. Happy holidays, and let's begin. Let's begin. Now, how many of you guys actually know how to draw Fibonacci? Okay, not sure if I draw it right. Okay, what is the basic concept that you guys know of Fibonacci? How is one supposed to use Fibonacci? Forget about right or wrong, but what is the concept? Okay, connect swing lows and highs. Okay, and once you do that, what information does it give you? Okay, Atsushi says draw from high to low. Okay. Used to find retracement levels. Okay, so basically, once you connect a certain swing, this is called a swing. Basically, your high to your lowest point. Once you connect your highs and lows using a Fibonacci tool, which is available on your MetaTrader right here. It's this icon here. If you click that, you just draw it from this tip to this tip. This is a swing right here. It will give you all these levels: 61.8%, 50%, 38.2, and 23.6. Basically, it tells you these are the ranges approximately where the market should retrace to. Okay, how many of you guys have actually used this tool successfully? Okay, Stolik, it helped me a lot. Pranav never used it successfully. Okay, all right. Now, one of the main things I use sporadically, but not every trade. Okay, one of the main things is many people they use the Fibonacci and and they get mixed results. You know, sometimes they get pinpoint results where it's exactly to the tip of 50% or 61.8%, and then the market turns around. Many times the market, like for example in this situation, it just goes beyond it, and you don't know if it's going to turn around. So how do you determine if the market's going to turn around or not? And how do you know which level it's going to retrace to? See, that's the main concern. That's the main concern with drawing Fibonacci. Okay, that is one of the biggest concerns of drawing Fibonacci. Is like, first of all, how do you know what is a swing high, swing low? Swing high, swing low. Let me delete this one. Let's see. Is this a swing high, swing low right here? How do you know? Okay. How about this one? You know, from here to here. Is this a swing high, swing low? Okay. It retraced to 61% till here. But from here to the next candle, it was just one candle away. How do you know that this is going to be the tip? You know? So these are one of the main questions that always comes along is that how do you know what is the swing high, swing low? Oh, did the video go dead? One moment. Just a second. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah. It should be on actually. Should I try it again? Can everyone? Let me just check with you guys. Okay, it should be really okay now. Okay, so and plus it's gonna be recorded, so I think in case there is any problems, you guys can always look back and watch it. But is the audio fine? Can everyone hear me just fine? Okay, okay. So just try to focus on what I'm trying to say. The video, of course, it might go on and off depending on how fast it uploads my image to you guys. All right. Okay, okay. So, Astushi, okay. So we'll do this. We'll do this. Whenever I point to an area, you guys can just let me know if you guys see it. Okay. This range that I've drawn right now, can everyone see this Fibonacci range that I've drawn? It's a little small one here. Okay. Okay. So basically, in this current scenario, the market did retrace from the 61%. Okay, as you can see here, I'm going to put an arrow there, a red arrow. Okay, it did retrace at a 61%, but how do you know that the candle before that was the tip? You know, how do you know that this is the only area it's going to retrace from? Now, what I'm going to teach you guys today is basically I'm going to teach you how to throw away your Fibonacci tool and use a new technique that I'm going to teach where you can actually predict the markets swing by swing. We're talking about having a crystal ball in your hands. Okay? I'm going to show you how that works today. And I'm sorry if the video is going to be a little delayed or whatnot, but we're going to make this video quick today as I do not have much time. probably another 30 or 40 minutes, depending on how quickly I can go through the material. But now, how many of my conference room members are here from forexwatchers.com? I wonder if I can change the quality myself. No, I don't have the ability to change the quality, but I think the people who are viewing can change the quality. Okay, Andre, Abhinav, Sunshine. Okay, all right. One of the main things. This is something I've taught to my members at forexwatchers.com. Here's the thing. This is how you find out that which Fibonacci level is actually going to work without actually even drawing your Fibonacci. Okay, take a look at this. Now, the market moves north. Okay, I'm going to draw an arrow of where I'm talking about, a red arrow. Okay, the market has moved north. Okay, it halts for a while. I'm going to draw another arrow, a second arrow, of where I'm saying it halts. Okay, it halts around here. You can see it's sidelined. Okay, as it does that, it continues north. I'm going to draw a third arrow. Okay, it goes strongly north once again. Now, how do you know where the markets are going to retrace to? This is how you find out. Take a look at this. This second arrow that I have drawn of this area that is in a range, if you draw a line there on the top of all of your bodies, you can see that we were in a range at this moment, correct? Now, once the market's in a range, this tells you there is a lot of pressure holding the market down, okay, from the bottom and from the top. But to break through it, you obviously need a strong candle. Now, one main information that I want to give you guys is I'm going to draw one more arrow. Okay, I'm going to remove all the arrows and I'm going to draw only one arrow right now. Okay, I'm going to draw one arrow right here. What does this big candle mean to you guys? Okay, not the conference room members. I know you guys know this answer. I'm saying for the rest of these guys, what does this big candle mean? Okay, it's really strong. It's big. It's massively gone north. What does this mean? Does this mean it's time to panic? You know, does it mean it's a breakout? Does it actually mean, oh my God, I was short, now it's long, I need to close my positions and start going long? What does this information actually tell you? Okay, Select says breakout, Jody says breakout, Pranay says bull stampede, breakout, Shano. Okay, so the average person looks at this as a breakout. Okay, once they look at this as a breakout, they're like, okay, the market is continuing. Now, the main thing that you need to understand when you have a big candle, when I say big, I'm talking about larger than average. The first thing that should come to your mind is a major support or resistance level has just been broken. Okay, can everyone repeat that? A major support and resistance level has just been broken when you see a large candle. It does not mean news. It does not mean the banks are kicking in. Nothing. It means one thing and one thing only. A major support and resistance level has just been broken. Okay? Now, moving forward, what can you do with this information? Okay? You have this massive candle here that broke through a level. What level do you think you can do? Let's draw a level here approximately. Okay? This was the range, and it suddenly broke through this range. The market comes back and respects that level as a retracement. If you actually draw your swing high and your swing low and swing high, you draw till here. You see that the 61.8 area is right there at the line that we drew. Do we need Fibonacci? If we use Fibonacci, do we know what level is going to be retraced to? This gives you all the information as long as you monitor strong candles. Okay, once everyone gives me a yes, that they see this and they understand it, let's move on. I'll give you guys more examples. I'm just hoping that all the screen loads for everybody. Okay, Asim, yes. I'm gonna wait for at least 10 yeses before we continue. Okay, Hendrik, Pranay, Sunshine. Okay, okay. I'll try to draw what I have to draw and stop, you know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, Andre, Haridal. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's show you guys another example. Okay, now this same level that we drew, I'm going to draw it again. Okay, strong candle breaks through. The market comes back. It respects it. I'm going to draw the arrow where it respects it. The market continues. Now we have a big candle break. I'm going to draw the second arrow on the big candle break. You can see this level has not been disrespected so far. Only big candles going through it means strong level. And you can see the market once again comes to respect it. If I draw my swing high here to my swing low over here, do I see that this level is once again 61.8? We know where the market retraces to. We know where to draw our highs and lows now. Okay. However, Fibonacci is not necessarily needed. You can simply just look at the market as it goes according to these support and resistance, these strong support and resistance levels that have been broken by these big candles. Okay. The market will only do two things. Either it will break it with a strong candle or it will respect it. Okay. Now, if I can get a yes, we will continue. Okay, Jack Turner, yes. Pranay, yes. Okay, the video keeps breaking up. Okay, Mike, yes. Haridyal, what I'm gonna do is once this is done, you guys can actually watch the video after the live broadcast is finished. It'll be available. Hopefully that's more clear. Okay, Mark, once more quick review. What we're gonna do, I'll give another example as a review. So we'll do it that way. Okay, so let's clear this out. Okay. Now, we drew this area here. I'm going to draw an arrow. We drew our first line over here. Okay. Later on that very same day, we noticed that we had yet once one other very large candle. That is where my second arrow is. Once we had this very large candle here, basically, I see that another level has been breached. Let's draw it here. Let's take a look at this level. What is this level? Okay, so we draw our line here. The market comes down, bounces off this level. Next candle opens up, goes up this high. Okay, I'm going to draw a third arrow of how high it bounces off of this level. It bounces from here, next candle opens up, goes up that high. So it pushes the market back 19 pips the moment the market reaches this level once again. And then the market breaks it with a big candle. I'm going to take that third arrow to the point where it respects it once again. Now that we are below this strong level, which way do you think the markets are headed? Okay, markets are going short. Okay, so with all this information, we go short. Now, the market continues further down. Again, big candle breaks. Big candle breaks. Yet once again, it gets respected even further time down, even further down the line, like a day later. At my third arrow where I've taken it now. Same place. And if up to bottom, you can check your 61.8 area, you can check your 50% area, and you can check your 38.2% area. You will get a proper, once you draw this Fibonacci number if you want, you can then analyze which level is going to be executed based on this strong candle breaks from the past. And you know exactly pinpoint where you're headed. Okay, the market bounces off this area, drops down. Okay, now let's proceed. Let's take a look at this thing now. Now, this same area that we had the bounce from, we've noticed how many times has this been respected? Let's take a look at this area. It's been respected one time here. This is my first arrow. It's been respected the second time, where my second arrow is. During this whole time, it's only been broken by big candles. It's been respected the third time. I'm gonna stop for 1 second so your screen loads. Okay, big candle breaks only, and it's been respected 3 times. This is a strong level. We move to the current market, a little bit forward. Respects once again. Very strong candles. Okay, we're gonna move even further into the market. What do we have here? A very big candle break once again. The market shoots up through it. Okay, now your resistance is now support. Okay, we have a swing low to swing high till here. Let's draw our Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. You can see that this 1.3249 area is 50% of the Fibonacci. Can everyone see that? Like, you guys can give me a yes when you see it. Okay, the video is good now? Okay. I've been talking really slowly and moving really slowly like a retard, but hopefully it's okay now. Okay, so you see this 50% level. Let's delete this. Let's move forward. What is this level? Will we respect it? Okay, the current market went beyond it. Okay, now, but we have respected it several times here, here, further back. Okay, now let's take another level. Okay, let's take a look at this area here. Big candle break, touches here, big candle break from here, respect over here, respect here, big candle break to the bottom, big candle break to the bottom, big candle break to the top, plus respect here. I'm drawing an arrow where it has a respect. All you see is just respecting it. Market respects it and then breaks it only with big candles. Okay, let's take this level forward. Okay, we have a big candle break once again, and this is where the market is actually bouncing off from. Okay, then the market's back north. This area is going to be used to go north. Now, these levels hold true again and again and again. Here's another reason. Take a look at this one. Okay. All you need to do is draw your big arrows, your big candles. I've drawn my first big candle. I've drawn my second big candle. Okay, what area do you think this first big candle breaches? It breaches a strength from here. Why is this strength right here? Because this used to be resistance. Now it's support. It's pushing out big tails coming out from it. And voila. What do you know? Pinpoint retracements. Does everyone see that? Okay, I'm guessing it's slow again. Okay, yes. Okay. Now, that was the first big candle that we saw. The second big candle now we see is this one. Okay, I'm going to remove the first arrow. We're going to talk about the second arrow. Now, the second arrow has this big break, big candle. What has broken from this big candle? This level here. You can see that this level again and again and again, boom, boom, boom. What happens? Respect number one, big candle break, big candle break. Again, big candle break. You have your respect number two. Okay. Now, we use this information in conjunction with our forecasts at forexwatchers.com, and it gives us a really, really strong analysis of which way the markets are headed. Because, for example, if you have an indication, for example, we pretty much give out an indication where the markets are headed for the day. But for any reason that you guys do it on your own and you have an analysis that the markets are headed one way, for example, long or short, if you know that the markets are headed long on this particular day, on this particular day, then once the retracement's coming down, you know that you need to use a level like this to go north. You want to wait for a pullback. If by chance you miss this pullback where I have two arrows, you still have another big candle which broke through certain levels. What did it break through? This level here. Take a look. Let me delete everything else so you guys can see it clearly. Okay. Okay, this big green candle that you guys, big green candle that you guys see. It's breaking some level of support resistance. Okay. The average person looks at the big candle and freaks out, thinking it's the news. You know, they're after us. It's the big players that want to take our money. Stop freaking out. You know, there's no need to freak out. This actually just tells us one information. If you actually look back, you see this one area where it has resistance. Once again, this level here. Once again, this level here. Big break, and then here as support. So this level is quite powerful. That's why it took a big candle to break through it. Now, this level gets respected in the future. The market comes back down, immediately comes back down, respects this level, and boom, market heads north for today. Okay, based on just this information yesterday, you see that you're headed north for today. Everyone with me so far? Okay, yes, yes, okay. All right, now we're gonna do a few more examples. Why don't you guys pick a pair? Whoever gives me the first pair, I'll use that pair as an example. Remember, I'm trading the 1 hour charts. Okay, Pranay says New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Let me remove the daily lines for you guys. And okay, there we go. Jack's question is, so Naveen, we don't wait for confirmation as such. We just take the trades at the levels discussed. Yes, because if you're taking the trades at these levels discussed, your risk is very, very limited because this is a very strong area. Okay, it's a very, very powerful area. Okay, if it goes against you, you know it just headed against you. Okay, if it goes in your favor, it goes in your favor immediately. That's the difference. Okay, now let's look for some, let's go further back. Okay, we're in September now. Let's choose a month, guys. Any month you guys want. Choose a month. We'll do an example from any time. 1 hour charts only. I like 1 hour charts. Let's not go too far back. My charts might not load, but give me a month from mid-year till now. Doesn't matter. Pranay's question is, if a big candle breaks and an opposite candle equally big, what does that indicate? At that moment, you look for the highest point of those two big candles. Now, Pranay, to answer your question, we had that scenario here. I'm going to draw an arrow with the line. Very big candles. You need to look at the tip of that area. Because if the market went long and then suddenly went short, the tip of that long is very strong resistance. There's something there. What is there, why it's there, should not matter. Your goal is pips and pips only. Okay? So that's what you need to look out for when it goes long and it turns around immediately. The tip of the long is a strong support resistance area. Okay, Jack says August. Let's take a look at August for New Zealand dollar. September. Okay, August. Okay, it's loading little by little, but okay, I have 28th, 29th August. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's take a look. Big candle breach over here. Okay, this big candle breaches a few areas here. There's one area here, one area here. Market goes up, boom, flies through it with a big candle. Comes back down, bounces off of this area, goes down and goes up. Big candle break once again. Market comes in a near future, shies away from it, and turns around. Let's look for another level. Let's go further down. Okay. All average size candles until we reach here. We reach this point and we see a big candle. And then we draw our line here. What did this big candle break? We broke this level here. We draw our lines at the body and at the tail. This is your range. Let's go further back and see, is this level actually powerful? So we scroll back a little bit. Okay. There's no more market. Sorry, my charts won't load further back. But as we move forward, the market goes down, comes back up, bounces off of the same area. I'm going to draw the second arrow there. Market shorts once again. Market continues into the next day, it goes up, bounces off of that same area once again. Market continues, and then you get a complete range once again. Boom, 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 boom. And then the markets change direction. You have a big candle breaking north. Now that you have your big candle breaking north, you already have these levels. You already know that what have we broken? We have to make this even precise. We've broken these levels. Okay, this is the tip. This is the tip here. And we've broken this range. We have this little area here. Market goes, retraces till here, and boom, shoots north. Make sense? Jack, question. We are now drawing the body and the range. Should this be done on all pairs? Yes. Whatever I'm teaching you, it can be done on all pairs, usually 1 hour time frames, any currency. In fact, even equity markets, you guys can use this on. It's not necessarily just Forex markets. Okay, it's just the basic concept of a large candle means a break of a strong level. It doesn't have to be what's this called, a range. It doesn't have to be a range. Because take a look at this large candle. When it shoots up, it actually, if you look back further, you have data here. Okay. It could have broken this area that was quite powerful. And you can always check all this by going further back and saying, okay, yes, this area also, big candle. Okay, possibly this area also, if you can refine it. You can go till here. Be like, okay, this is our range from here to here. The market, once it continues, you can see pinpoint area right there. It comes back down, retraces to. You can always use your Fibonacci at that moment and get an understanding. Where is my level of retracement? And you see it's exactly at 38.2% where the market turns around. And you know these levels. You have a heads up. You have a heads up. Pranay, if many candles test the resistance levels in a short time span, is it safe to conclude that the markets want to go north but are finding resistance, so the chances to go short are south are slim? No, never understand it that way, because what you're doing is you're creating a range on one side. Okay, now I'll give you an example why. Here, take a look at this. It struggles so much at the resistance, but what eventually happens? It breaks through and it goes north. So you can't really say if it actually is going to go south because of too much resistance. Okay. The one thing is you cannot confine the market. As much as you try to confine the market, it will use a bigger and bigger candle to break out. Okay. Confining can mean 10 pips. It can also mean 100 pips. Okay. So it doesn't mean that your range should be visible to your naked eye. It could be a range that's from a higher time frame. All you need to know is look at your big candles that are bigger than usual and get an understanding. So like using H1, Jack, I hope I answered your question, and Pranay, I hope I answered your question also. So like using H1, how long down the past data we should look for respect points? You can look back just slightly further back, and if you see it respecting it 1, 2, 3 times, you have an idea that you're good. There's nothing to worry about. Okay. Now, you guys want to do another currency pair? Next currency pair you guys want? And also a month currency pair and a month. I'll take the first currency pair and the first month that I see. Okay, and once I come back from New Year's, what we're gonna do is we'll see if we can I can get you guys a recording of me catching these moves live using this information. Pound New Zealand dollar. Solid. Unfortunately, I won't be able to load Pound New Zealand because I'm on VPN and I cannot connect to my MT4. So I can only load the currency pairs that are on my screen. Okay, Jack, Euro Yen, August. Okay, let's take a look at Euro Yen. Let's remove the period separators and let's go to August. Okay, looks like I can go to August. Sorry. Another month? Let me see if I can connect this. I don't want to risk it. It's open now, otherwise it won't run. I'm in China, guys, so I have a lot of connecting to the outside world issues. Okay, November. Let's take a look at November. Okay, we'll go from November to December. That's fine. All right, November. Where is November? All right, here we go. November. Okay. Now let's monitor all these levels. Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys questions now. Okay. We're gonna make this a little interactive. We're gonna so I want to know that you guys actually learned something today. We have a big candle break here. Okay. We have a big candle break here. What is our strength down here or up here? Which level of support resistance did we actually break? Okay. Shano says upper line. Prane says higher one. Mike says lower. Ken, you are correct. It's both. Here's why. Ida's also correct. Both. Sunshine, also correct. Here's the reason why. Take a look here. Take a look here. First of all, we have these big tails coming out of this area, plus the tails go slightly higher. So we can obviously make this a range. Okay? It's from here, and this can go a little bit further down. Okay? It respects everything now. Here, here, big candle break, over here, plus this big tail. It respects all of that now. This is your entire range that has been broken. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to move forward and see, does this level actually come into contact? Okay. Does it actually come into contact at any time? Okay. Maybe one time. If we were more precise with our support resistance, let's say you missed it. Is it a big deal? No. Okay, let's say you missed this. Now, further down into the day, in 5th of November, you have this big candle break once again. Could this be the same strong support and resistance level that it's breaking? Can we refine it? Yes, we can refine it. We can make it tighter. Okay, everyone with me so far, understanding that how the levels are being used. Siri, how do we know how it's going to break out, either long or short? That is something you cannot predict, whether it's going to break out or not. However, if you have the right information, for example, if you know which direction the markets are headed for the day, you know, for example, either you're using the forexwatchers.com forecast, or you're using Sardar Uddin's forecast from Urban Forex, you know, whatever you're using, or if you're using Dr. Subramaniam's also forecast for the day, also from I know indices, I think .com. Either ones, you can at least have an idea which way you're headed. Okay, so the market breaks through once again, big candle break, and it's the same levels it's broken. We move further, and what do you know? Respect to this area and drop. Okay. Now, in the near future, once again, you see this happening. It comes all the way up, unable to break through. This is the reason why you have this big tail. Now, once you have this big tail, from those of you who've attended all of my webinars, all of my seminars, and seen all of my seminars, once you get this big tail, you know it couldn't break through, right? Because of the strong support and resistance. Okay, but you get this big tail based on this candle size and the tail size. What does this information tell you? What does this candle tell you? Okay, Jack says still heading long. Okay, yes, so you know for the fact that the markets are going to continue long. Okay, however, you have another information saying that there's a strong level of resistance. So if you're going to go long, okay, Kang, you're saying long but slow. So you have that the markets are going to continue long. That's one piece of information. Second piece of information, you know that there is a strong level of resistance, which means only one thing. If the market goes long, it has to have a big candle. So if I actually go long from here, can I assume I'm going to make a decent amount of profit? Okay, I know that the markets are going to go long, for one. And for two, if I want to go through this area, I need a big candle. So putting that together, you can pretty much predict this big move ahead of time. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, let's move on. Let's move on. Atsushi, I'm lost. How has this got to do with fibs? This seems like a support resistance unless this is what it is. Astucci, what it is actually this. These levels that I'm drawing is exactly the same levels as Fibonacci. Okay, it's the same levels of Fibonacci, except with Fibonacci, you don't know where markets are going to halt. Using this information, you know where it's going to stop. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Astucci, 1 second. Let me give you an example. Okay, now we have this big candles dropping. Okay, first thing we had was this big candle rise. We have this big tail here. We have these massive candles dropping. Oh, sorry. Okay, we have all this information, which means around here, something is really strong. Okay, something is really strong that's being broken. We're going to draw our level of support or resistance that we see. Remember, this can only be pulled out of a strong level of support or resistance. Now, I've drawn this area. Okay, 10130. Now, market moves on. It starts to retrace here. I have a proper clear swing now. I draw my Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. And what do you know? 61.8 and 101.30 right here. Do you see how we can grab which area is going to touch? You know that we're going to go past 50%. We're not going there. We're going to go further. you automatically have an idea of where the market can possibly halt. Does that make sense, Atsushi? This is why the webinar, I named the webinar to fib or not to fib. It's because it's not really necessary to draw Fibonacci because it's absolutely confusing. Is your swing high, swing low correct? Is it going to stop at 50%? Is it going to stop at 38%? Will it stop at 61%? How do you know? You know, you can't be drawing fibs all across your screen. You're going to go blind, you know? So this is the reason why we use these big candles to give us an indication of where a Fibonacci number will actually stop. Okay, this is basically the backdoor on how to use Fibonacci's in a secret way, if that's what you want to call it. All right. Now, this same area gets respected again, right? Sorry, was it here? Same area gets respected in the near future. If you want to draw your range bound here, plus your tails if you want to take it down till here, tail up, tail down area. You have a more precise area. Pinpoints, and then boom, big candle break. This is an additional confirmation that these levels are very, very strong. If the market comes back to this area, expect some volume around these areas. Expect people to jump in and do something. Whether it's bigger players, smaller players, whatever it is, expect reaction from these zones. Okay, big area break here. Also, you can draw the line here plus the top of the tips to get your range. You have your range here. Once again, it breaks here. It breaks really strongly north. You can draw your lines here, and you can make your range just till here, till the tip here, and you see the market comes down and respects it. Okay, now if you're looking at this entire movement, and you see these levels here, at these levels that you draw, you know that you're never going to make it at 61%. It's impossible. But will you make it to 50? Will you make it to 28? Yes. Our line is exactly at the 28% line. Does everyone see this concept? Okay, this gives you a heads up that there's no way in hell you're reaching 61.8%. If you use Fibonacci, you might be crossing your fingers saying it's going to come down, it's going to come down. And it never does. Okay, now if you're using these momentums, you know, these big candle breaks, and you're going pair by pair, and you're using one big candle to the next big candle to the next big candle, you can actually stay in the trade again and again and again and again, and you can actually pull out tons of profit. This is very similar stuff that we did with the NFP. We use our NFP data, we use the information that we know on how to read candles, we put this together with these big candle breaks. I came out with what I think 1,000 something pips off of that trade. While if somebody traded one pair, could get only 100 pips. Okay, this is also how you know if you should hang on to your trade. Okay, so All right, guys, it's 8:58. Hopefully, this all made sense to you guys. I hope everyone enjoyed the webinar today. I'm sorry about the little lags that you saw on the video, but I am gonna have this available on YouTube almost immediately. I think I'm just gonna find out how it's done, and I'm pretty sure it's available immediately. But I'll release the information on urbanforex.com. Yeah, it was great to see all of you guys, and have a wonderful night. Please do, if you guys can, post your feedback here on this link. I would really appreciate it. Any questions in the meantime? Hey Naveen, for the internship program, is the program going to resume where I left off, or will be getting about 4 to 6 weeks worth of assignments and quizzes at once it resumes? No, it's going to resume where you left off, at Sushi. The internship is just on halt right now as it is holiday season and everyone is on break. So it is just on sidelines right now. After New Year, you should start seeing it resume from week 3 onwards. Andre, is it effective to use fib extensions for taking profits? Again, we don't know if it's going to reach your extension. Okay, the only way to do this is to do another projection. Mark Sanders, is there a time delay? Mark, I'm sorry that you had some complications today with the webinar. It is recorded, so hopefully you can see the recordings. And Hardiel Pansar, Dexamine will try and practice the big candle break technique. Yes, I'm going to have all of this stuff made in documentation for you guys. This is a technique that we teach, one of the techniques that we teach to the forexwatchers.com members. And for those of you who want to join forexwatchers.com for the forecast, you guys can always join. It's going to be available until the end of the year for a 50% discount for the quarterly membership, for all new members who join. And mid-January, I'm going to stop the conference room, but all the recordings are going to be available to all quarterly subscribers. Again, you can get a 3-month worth of subscription at forexwatchers.com at 50% off. Contact info at forexwatchers.com to get more information. The next webinar is going to be next year, early January. I'll plan for another webinar. Okay, any other questions? Okay. The topic, I don't know yet at Sushi, but it will be something interesting as always. I'll always come in and give you guys something fun. Jack Turner, last candle, big candle break. Nothing on your USD actually, Jack. It's not as big because take a look at the previous candle. It's really big. Okay, Sunshine, have a great new year to yourself as well. I hope everyone here has a wonderful new year, 2013, that's coming up. The world did not end, apparently, so we still have to sit and wait for the upcoming year, which is going to be pretty good. So many tips to all of you guys. There's more predictions, there's more techniques. A lot of the techniques are actually taught on forexwatchers.com as premium for the premium members, but as time goes on, I do release some information here and there for the Urban Forex members, so they can actually at least make some profits, you know, like not 1,000 or 2,000 pips, but at least a few hundred pips here and there coming in, you know. So I hope you guys a wonderful night and a wonderful New Year's ahead. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks for attending, and please do leave your feedbacks on this YouTube page. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.